2.5. There ain't no 2.5.
Damn.
Just stretching here, just relaxing. That's all we do. What are you two talking about? Don't worry about it. Remember this? This is old school. The smell your armpit kind of shot. Johnny, I hear you're getting ready.
I'm definitely getting ready. That's right. 7 weeks to the O, baby. The big. Yes. And we got so much going on. But yeah, man, getting ready. I mean, obviously I've got the injuries going on, but that's not going to stop me. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm just going to sit here until the O and wither away and then have like chumps come up to me at the booth. Nah, it ain't ever going to happen to me, man. I don't care. So yeah, I'm excited though. I mean, it's gonna be the biggest, baddest one we've ever had. We just keep getting bigger and badder every year. So at that point, we gotta continue on that trajectory. And we got all kinds of surprises lined up. All kinds of I even got to show you some of this different new Titan gear and stuff like that we've got in. So I've got all different kind of stuff that we're gonna be launching and having out there too as well.
I will say that the cool thing about Titan Medical and that you do got the clothes and stuff like that, but you got the hotties wearing it.
Oh,
you got some studly dudes and some hot girls with great asses wearing that content at the booth. And so as my young lads all around the table, from Serge over to Lou and Joel and Jeffrey, obviously, they love that stuff.
Good. I'm glad I'm glad they appreciate the content, guys. Because we appreciate it, and I get some flack on my end. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely get some flack from older females and some younger ones, and there's I don't know what it is. They can't appreciate the art of the body, right? We're not doing anything sexual. We're not trying to do sexual. We're trying to appreciate the body, and that's female and male, right? I mean,
really,
to me, I look at a female, I think, but at that point, I can appreciate the male body too as well, and the masterpiece that people want to sculpt of themselves. So at that point, for me, that's a great thing. And
stay on that for a second because I'm confused. I'm really actually confused. Maybe it's just because I've lived a long enough in life to know me being mad at somebody else that gets to live their moment does nothing to me. I'm happy for that individual. Most don't. And so if I come by the Titan booth, regardless of how I look, old, young, I'm an old cat, and I come by that booth and there's some handsome guys with great bodies showing it off and some hot girls with what I feel is a beautiful body and they're showing it off. I got no issues, but it just seems like that would be a common sense kind of thing. Like, good for you. It's like, I don't go to a baseball game and go, you guys all suck because you get to play and I can't because I'm not a good enough player to be out there. It's like, that's a weird concept for a mindset to be bitter about somebody else enjoying their life in a way that you're not able to.
Yeah.
It says more about the individual, I think, than it does the actual person gets to get paid looking the way they do at the booth, and we're just having fun and laughing.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, even with our videos that we do, I mean, like recently, we've always tried to, when we originally came into play, at first it's got stereotypical, like these guys are a bodybuilding clinic and that's where bodybuilders go. And you got to be jacked or you're going to get jacked if you go to Titan Medical Center. And through the years, I've tried to soften that image because that's only a small percentage of who we service, right? And at that point, I want the masses to know, it's up to you what your goal and everything's going to look like. And softening with girls and bikinis is definitely the best way, I think, to really push that out there like that. One, 75% of our audience is male anyway, so males don't complain to me like, "Hey, John, why are you posting that?" But I do get the, I do
stop posting beautiful women with beautiful bodies. That really irritates me.
I'm telling you, man, I mean, it's just I can't believe it, and I'm just some of the older women and stuff like that come at me or I'm saying, like, even some internally, like some people closest to me come to me and like give me, crap about it. I'm like, listen, I'm like, I can't help. This is what hooks, right? And this is an okay thing to do. There's nothing bad about this. And at that point, listen, sex sells. What are a lot of people coming to us to be? And they want to look good, right? They want to feel good. They want longevity, but a lot of people want to look good. They want to get, they want that perfect body. And I think that a lot of people out there that do maybe hate on this might think that they can never achieve it, or at that point, like, some sort of factor in there. Well, it's whether it's a jealousy factor or upset about it because they can't achieve it, or whatever their qualm is. I don't know, but it should be taken back a little bit and like, this is appreciative. And you know what? If you work really hard and you do the right things, your body can look something like this, or maybe even like this too as well. Like it should be like a motivational thing, not a like, a discretionary, like, oh, like cautious thing. Like, I don't want this, or it should really be inviting to like, all right, listen, that girl did it. I'm going to be able to do it. Or that guy did it. I'm going to be able to do it. And that's just the way it should be.
Okay. Can I take a second? I understand marketing, and that's kind of what we're talking about. I want to jump off of that for a second and just talk mindset. You promote your company in a certain way, and I get that, and I understand that, and you got to do it in a way that it sees revenue and it's coming in. Now, let's step away from that for a second and talk about the physique, or the art of the physique. And you're Greek, you'll get this, but one of the most beautiful things to me is the portrayal of the Greek gods, all of them, and the amazing structure that they all have. And I can look at a guy and go, crazy good body, handsome dude, good body, good job.
Sure.
And I'm looking at it though, and if you guys can't figure this out, and if you have an issue saying that about a guy, then you got sexual issues. And I'm talking about the artistic flow of a guy's physique or a woman's physique. But I look at it as it's a craft, it's an art show, it's dedication. And I put up something yesterday, and I think this is true on most things. If you look at something long enough, it's deep. There's a deep meaning to it. And I posted something about, showed a girl doing work in the gym, and then she runs a speed race and she sprints and just destroys these other girls. And I think my analogy there is true, that most people only see a lady running fast, and that was it. What I saw was early morning trainings, late evening trainings, diet on point, the love and pain and the hurt of training and missing parties and events to focus on what she's doing. I saw a whole depth of this individual in a 10-second clip showing her just running a race. And I think that goes to the physiques as well. I wish people would look at a physique and instead of going, judge it, appreciate it. I mean, that's two different worlds. Instead of just looking at a pretty person, oh, that's a facelift. That's this. That's liposuction. That guy's on steroids. That's on this. I just say be more curious than judgmental on this aspect. And I wish more people would do this. And I know that we started off about how Titan Medical promotes and puts great looking people on the pod, but at the end of the day, it's art, it's structure, it's dedication, and that should motivate people.
That's right.
Maybe the people that are upset about it are just those individuals that want to get by and give themselves an excuse by saying that guy's on steroids, that girl did surgery, she did lipo. So take this into consideration. Everybody that's watching this, you feel free to clip this stuff and say whatever, but that's the way life is. You're going to get the judgmental from the people that don't want to do the work.
And, I mean, the thing about it is this too, right? Like the same bikini or bathing suit that these girls are wearing, we're in Florida. You go to any beach, pool, I mean, there's probably a lot worse out there that you're bringing your kids by. And like string bikinis and all that, like literally string bikinis. Okay. So if you're going to complain about this, then maybe you shouldn't go to those public places as well where these things are out there. And same with a guy, right? Like, listen, guys run around with their shirts off all the time at the beach, pool. I mean, this is just a natural thing. They wear shorts. So anybody that gets all up and buff about a guy with his shirt off too, as well, is like, we got to look at this. Like, where are we from?
Take this off right now.
There you go.
Right.
Look at this guy. Oh, I'm hairy. Woo.
Shave
Woo.
that bush, man.
I got
Come
it, man.
on.
It only takes 2 or 3 days for me. Like, somebody asked me about facial hair. 2 days. 2 days.
I'm
I'm just a hairy Greek, bro. I'm a hairy, greasy Greek. What do you want me? It is what it is. I accept who I am. It is okay, but I am going to get this laser hair removal. I definitely am. So I can't wait for that. That's another thing.
Was that Chick-fil-A? Does he have the lemonade there? Mona, let her know about Chick-fil-A today. Put that on there. I need the lemon. What's the drink? Oh yeah, the lemonade. Yeah, I need a couple of those bad boys.
The lemonade is
I get carb up.
One thing I can't have from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, your nightmare. It's my dream. I love my Chick-fil-A. I know. Johnny's cheat day is 6 ounces of steak. He goes to 8 ounces on his cheat day.
My cheat day. Honestly, my cheat day is a hamburger, a really good hamburger, man. A cheeseburger. That and like some fresh cut hand fries, dude. That is like that's gold for me. Like, I could eat that every day if I wasn't on diet, but it wouldn't be too good, I guess, for my body as far as that goes. That and a good milkshake.
I'm gonna make note of this. I'm gonna make sure that you get the Piemontese steak burgers.
Okay, I'm down.
Best thing you ever had. Best thing, yeah.
I'm done.
I just eat it. Cheese on top, done. That's it.
That's it.
Gold. Jeffrey, what kind of questions do we have today, my friend? Oh, I might have to do the old Arnold Schwarzenegger there.
Woo! Look at that. Damn. That peak and that vein going through there. I've never seen a vein go on the top of the peak.
It's just adds an extra half an inch to it right there. See that?
For sure.
That's the Rocky Mountains there, and that's the road through right there, guys.
Woo!
That looks. Yeah. Oh, I better just cover. I don't want to offend anybody.
That's what I'm saying. It's just crazy. I mean, even in the world we live in today, where like people are more open than ever about sexuality or their bodies or whatever it is, and they're still like. And I'm a conservative person, like in general. Like, I am a conservative person, but like, on certain things, I'm just like, all right, like this is a little bit too much. Like, I don't want to be like too like held down and restricted in what we can do, but at that point, like, like I said, it's something that we should appreciate. Not everybody can do it. Just like the bench pressing of 225 pounds. I told Peter that the other night because he couldn't believe me. It was like 0.1%, okay, that can do 225 pounds bench. Think about that.
0.1 or below 0.1?
I think
it was 315 that was non-existent. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 0.1%.
And then the 405 on squat was like next to nothing.
225 is probably next to nothing.
And remember, the abs, I mean, that's the other thing too. So think about that. The small percentage of people have abs out there. Every guy or girl probably wants abs. Whether they say they do or they don't, they do. Come on. I don't care. Those big tubby guys, I don't care about. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, let's see. All right. Because if you were given the choice to just magically have abs or not,
let's get these numbers. Yeah. Let's get these numbers again.
405 squat
is
0.0001.
0001 is point. Okay, squat.
Oh my God.
In a couple months back, I tried to do a 405 shoulder press. Missed it by that much.
Oh my God, Mike, that's a lot of weight, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody can do that.
315.
What's the age on that? Or is that's just all ages? Oh wow. Okay, so that's just okay. 315 on bench is
they're only saying
less than 1%. And then the 225. This is so interesting. So for you guys watching that do this, man.
0.4.
0.4.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's higher than I thought. 0.4%. Not even 1, 0.4.
Let me know this. Over 6 foot. Ready? Over 6 foot, millionaire with abs.
Probably can't send me anything on that one.
It's not giving me a number.
Yeah, that's 0.00000. What is
combined
abs?
probability point? Yeah, you're right. 0.00024.
Okay. What about abs ratio to millionaires in America? Over 35? Was there an age in
I would
that?
say, yeah, it was 40 years old with abs. That's a millionaire or higher.
So around 9% of American adults are millionaires, 7 to 9%, whereas only about 2% of the population has visible abs.
You got more of a chance to be a millionaire than to have abs. Think about that.
What was the ratio in the 1980s for abs? Ratio,
That's a
millionaire.
good question.
Because at least if you're skinny, you got abs, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you would think that, but I see a lot of skinny guys that don't have abs.
I know
remember,
I know
abs
what you
are
mean,
muscle.
but it should, with common sense, it seems as though
They should.
70s and 80s there would have at least been higher.
I think in
Because
the
people are
70s,
fatter now.
Yeah, well, 70s, 80s, people were a lot more thinner back then. People were actually in the exercise kick back in the 80s, though, right?
Well,
So people really started getting into
Oh,
calisthenics,
here we go.
all these things.
they don't have the exact numbers because it's old, but also there were far fewer millionaires.
Right.
in the
I get
80s.
that.
Yeah,
I
in
get
the
that.
80s.
So I would think that maybe flip-flopped.
Yeah, right.
You know, there's less millionaires, but more people had abs.
Yeah.
And now
Right.
there's
Yeah.
so there's a statement. Everybody today knows the price of everything, but the value of nothing.
Mhm.
I was like, ooh,
Mm,
that's a tough one.
that is. That's insane, though. I mean, if you're
It's just-
you're a millionaire and you got abs, you're like, that's valuable. That's very valuable. And like they said, by 2030, if you have a body like that, like it's more than $1 million what it's worth. Think about that. Like that's crazy to think about that. It really is.
So I think Johnny and me can agree that we went down this rabbit hole here. Just to understand and teach you guys how well you're doing. If you're tuning into this, you're probably one of these 1%ers. There's a great chance you are or going to be that 1%. And so my recommendation is this: keep thinking differently than the average. Do not, if you are 30 or 40 or 50, don't ever say, hey, I look good for 30, because you're comparing yourself to these other 30-year-old Americans. So just keep that in mind.
Well, that was a Grant Cardone video
Was
Yeah.
it?
where he talks about the abs and millionaire.
Yeah. I get him and Gary V mixed up. But same kind of logic. Yeah. So for you guys out there that are trying to get abs and stuff, for me, I see a dedication and taking care of yourself, a respect more than anything else, a respect for yourself, and that you're not going, hey, I'm going to just call it quits. And like everybody else out there is just going, I don't need them. Because you start dripping on your own tool, your own one body that you're given for life.
Mhm.
It's going to drip into everything else, and vice versa.
Absolutely. I mean, it is what it is. You should never let yourself go. Like, like as much as I guess it would be easy to do, there's always an excuse. There's always something to do, right? Like it's self-training yourself and wiring yourself to do this. I think, obviously it comes a little bit easier to us because we were wired like that since kids. And that's what we did since kids. So it's like, this is a normal thing for us to do. But it's the person or the people that it wasn't normal to do. And at that point, those people are suffering probably, and they have to learn. I don't know what to say, or rewire themselves and how they're thinking about it. and say, no, I don't really feel like going to the gym today. No, I really feel like going to the gym today, and I want to help myself. I mean, I've seen some, and so I've used some exemplary stories from people or what they've done and changed their lives completely. I'm talking about, physically, financially. I mean, it's crazy how that starts affecting other things. The healthier you get, usually the better you can think, or usually the better you perform at your job, your relationship, all these different things. And at that point, like, it starts coming full circle. And then you just keep, it's almost like an addiction where you get it, you start seeing the result of it, and you're like, man, I want more, and you just keep investing in it. That's a good way to look at things. That's why I think that people that are addicts or that have a drug addiction or gambling addiction or alcohol, whatever it may be, is trying to change that because they have addictive personalities usually. And I'm one of those people. I have a very addictive personality, right? Like if I find something, I really like it, I stay with it and just becomes that. But I know that. So I never put myself in a situation where it's a bad thing. Or if I do find myself, like if I find myself ordering milkshakes every single day, I'm like, oh, I better start turning this down. And there's days like that. Like I'll go 3 days and I'll order 2 milkshakes. I'm like, this can't go, because once you start doing it, it starts becoming a routine, and then it starts becoming normalized. So at that point, like,
I got to stop you for a second, because this is a metaphor, but also for the people that are watching going and know John. And I'd be one of those. Johnny, you could have a milkshake every day because he looks incredible, and it's just extra carbohydrates for him. And he'd probably after a week would fill out and actually look better. But that's not the point of the discussion. The point of the discussion is when you start going down the road, and Johnny knows that that's his. And like I always say, 1 cookie is too much. 1,000's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I am. If I have 1 cookie, now it's over.
Yeah.
And now 1,000's not. So the point of me, 1's too much. 1,000's not enough.
Yep.
Keep that mentality. Johnny's talking about it right now. Continue. I wanted them to kind of understand that how well you look, it's an approach to how you do things.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. And you're right. Like, once you start, you don't stop sometimes. You go on those binges. And that's the same thing with these other addictive substances too, as well. You start, you don't stop, you just keep going. Right. So, just like channeling that energy and then going into a healthy lifestyle, working out, eating correctly, like turn that into your addiction, turn that into your thriving hobby or whatever you may call it. And at that point, it's just going to do you better. But I mean, that's my mentality of thinking. And I'm just like, listen, I know what I can do. And like, I know like these bad things. And if I start down that path, and I got to pull myself away and get back on track, but the whole point is not to get off track. The whole point is to stay on track. But if it's something like this, then, you don't want to drive yourself crazy either. And that's where the cheat meals come in. Meals, not days or weeks or months or anything like that, but or the break from the gym, a couple days here or there if you've been going months and months on end, and just getting that mental reliever. It's almost like not burning yourself out to a certain degree, right? And just staying and thriving off of it. So I don't know, it works for me. Some people, like, they actually have to like really work at doing those things. It does come easier to me, but at that point it's something you still have to work at, and I still have to work at every single day. So I mean, I could say, just throw my hands in the air. I'm 44 years old. I've got money. I've got whatever I need. And I just do whatever the hell I want. Like, at that point, I'll just go sleep all day and eat whatever the hell I want and not train. And I don't know, be crazy. I don't know. But that's not the best way and not the best path. And I know that. So at that point, you got to stay disciplined and stay true to who you are and keep going that progression, whether it's physical or mental or any of these other things that we can do relationship wise or anything else. So that's what I'm sticking towards. That's it.
Anybody and everybody out there, I got this one great one for you. And there's probably a lot of rich people out there watching this today. And I thought it was a beautiful statement. If you made more money than you're making now, plenty more, tons more, and you don't change your lifestyle, you don't quit your job, you don't change what you're doing, you are truly rich. And I talked about this yesterday. I got to do a Q&A with Jay Cutler, and we were doing the ceremony for the Gold's Gym And I said, I did it for free at a time. And if I make more money, that's great. I'm not changing my life. I love my life. I love that I get to work out for every day, and I get to work out every day. And so for you guys out there, try to get that mindset. Like Johnny has enough walk away, enjoy, but he loves what he does and he loves helping people. And that's what Titan Medical is about. Titan Medical is about, maybe you don't look like a Greek god right now, but the concept there is to make the very best you possibly can. And Titan Medical helps you do that. And it helps you clean up the inside, make sure the engine's running great. And it sets you up, not just physically, but emotionally, to live a better life. And I think that's the greatest thing about Titan Medical. And I know Johnny well enough to know that he's here because he loves helping.
Absolutely.
And he's plenty fine in life when it comes to financial. But he would, doesn't matter if he makes more, he'll still do this because he loves this. He loves working out. He loves the family and what he does. He truly lives in the moments. And so from me to you out there watching this, my recommendation is, if you're not taking care of your health at the highest level, then that's a question you need to ask yourself. Why don't you respect yourself enough to take care of yourself? You know, if you're a dog guy, any person out there that's a dog person, I was told by my vet, they're more likely to make sure their dog gets the medicine that they're supposed to get relative to themselves getting whatever medicine they're doing. And that's amazing to me. It's like, well, I love that you're a dog person, but you should have the same approach. Take care of your family. Yes. Take care of whatever you need to, work, business. Take care of yourself. But at the most pinnacle level, where others say you're addicted to training and eating right, who cares? It's just an amazing thing that you get this one vessel that you get to walk around and look like Johnny in your mid 40s, young 40s. And you know, it's, and you're not right now. I think we can agree you're not 100% plowing at the gym.
Right.
And you still get to walk around looking like you do. That's not realistic. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, you know, fortunately for me, like the years that I put in all the effort and work, I mean, the more you build up, you know, if you have something like this with like your shoulders or whatever it is, like you might not have to go as hard and you're still going to look good because you're still maintaining, right? But I mean, you better believe that, you know, I'm starting to get in there. I'm going to start pushing. So I only got 7 weeks left. So I will be pushing these 7 weeks. But I've been trying to take it easy the last couple of weeks just to give my shoulders rest and, like, you know, just feel like I could go in there and be safe lifting weights too as well. Right. Like, you know, that's my main thing. And I'm you know, I like free weights the most, you know, as far as that goes. I'll do machines for stability, but, you know, free weights have always been my thing. And I always want to be able to do free weights. So, you know, at that point, like, you know, if you work and put in that work early, you know, you build that foundation at that point. And if you have something go wrong, you won't just be nosedive. And especially if you keep doing the right things, right? You're still eating correctly, right? You're still doing this. You're getting steps in. You're still getting activity. So, you know, just being conscious of that and just trying to work through everything. But yeah, it is what it is.
This is a great question. And I know this actual individual. He's one of the Titan crew members.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So testosterone for cutting down? Absolutely. Testosterone is awesome. So testosterone works in two different ways. One, it raises growth hormone levels, and raising growth hormone levels is going to give you a ton of anti-aging benefits. It's going to boost your metabolism. It's going to help create more cells so you can build more lean mass too as well. I mean, so there's a lot of different things that go along with this. Better sleep patterns, hair, skin, nails, like all that good stuff comes with your growth hormone levels. So that raising is a big benefit to you. For cutting down, that helps just by that. But number two, it attacks visceral belly fat. And visceral belly fat is the bad fat that surrounds the vital organs in the stomach area. So, you know, this is great for cutting down. This is great for building lean mass, recomposition. I mean, it's a good one. It's the best one out there as far as GHRH peptides.
All right, we're going to go on to another question. And Frankie, this week I'm gone for 10 days, but make sure to get your Titan check-in in there. All right. And let me see this. And everybody that's here, I asked, one of the first questions I ask is, have you done blood work? And if you haven't, why haven't you? And I saw Lasas check in. Some people say, haven't done it. Finance. And remember, guys, it's just a bit over $100.
Yep.
And so that can't be an excuse. You can't say that you don't know how your body's functioning if you're putting that much time into it. Because you could be, if you're here's the thing, you drive that car without oil, what are you doing?
She's gonna run the ground. Engine's gonna blow.
My girl calls me the other day, says, I'm turning around. I was driving to she was driving to wrestling, turning around, coming home because the air conditioner or something went off and we didn't put in antifreeze.
Yep.
So turn around, get that thing back home. Car's done. That's the human body.
Yep.
You don't hydrate that thing. You don't put the right stuff in it. You don't take care of, if you're a man and a woman, both have testosterone. If that's not working well, you're running it into the ground.
That's right.
And I had a Titan crew member come over yesterday because he wanted to do a video call with the Titan medical team with me on there. And
nice.
And one of the things was he was going to do a couple of things to get his free testosterone better, because his testosterone level's at 750 and he's 52. Great. They said in clomiphene, and then the free testosterone to bust that up and get it going with the what is it called?
Danazol.
Right.
I always talk about that one.
Great. Get going on it. Let's see how that works over the next couple of months. Let's see appetite. Let's see your strength levels and all those things. And then we'll revisit.
Hey, you take one pill of Danazol, one. Free testosterone shoots through the roof that day. That day. Test on day 2. It's through the roof. You take Danazol, your free testosterone is going to be like more than plenty, like above range. It's crazy. You'll get, I mean, some guys will get just sporadic hard-ons, right? Because the free testosterone is just raging at that point. So, yeah, I guarantee if he's on the clomiphene and Danazol, that's a whole different protocol because we're naturally boosting that testosterone too as well. So, you know, and he's on that program, you better believe his testosterone total and his free are going to be through the roof. Like they're going to be great, optimally great, like great. And he's definitely
great. So the numbers are great then. And then what I want to see is what's the side effects of the numbers being good? Because if the numbers are good, okay. And he's asking, should I change the meal plan that you set me up on? I said, no. I said, no, this is when you, along with me as your coach, have to watch the difference. The same amount of calories. How will that react to your body? Well, maybe the body's, we know the body wasn't functioning correctly for a 52-year-old, even though, listen to this, people, even though he has a 52, has a 750 testosterone level, which sounds really good, the free wasn't working. And so how will this change now that it is working, and how much of that food now will be really being used?
Yeah.
Because understand, if your body functions better, metabolism, repair, growth, all work better.
Absolutely.
And I think you guys keep missing that. You guys keep thinking that it's just the one thing. It's like, and I'm speaking to the people out there, not you, Johnny. You understand this, is that, well, I'm fine. I feel good. I get up, I go, you know, I'm 40 years old now and it is what it is. It's like, wow, if the engine is bad and you're not functioning well, the effort you put into your nutrition. And the one thing I hate is you finally get that individual that's consistent. And I want success for them.
Sure.
But then they get into that stubborn kind of personality where they're like, I'm eating right, I'm training, I'm fine.
Right.
Well, if the engine's not working well, this isn't an ego thing.
Right.
You know, maybe you don't have the gift of having that body function until you're 60, like Clark Bartram. There's not many of those kind of individuals like Billy Gunn walking around the planet. you know, I wish I was like that. I wish all of us were like that, but it's a rarity. So just check the engine, make sure it's running right, and don't run yourself into the ground and push yourself so hard without the benefits of what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, two things, for example, that you can just picture this, right? It's like soil. You got a place to have really good soil and they grow really, really good crops, and you have a place to have bad soil, they can't grow good crops. You want your body to be in the best environment to be able to do what it needs to do. And if you're setting it up, it will super be successful, right? It'll be successful to the roof. If you set it up wrong, you're not going to get too good of results. So you're not going to be able to grow anything. And people maintenance their cars, they maintenance their boats, but they don't maintenance their own body. If you didn't give your car gas, it wouldn't go. You didn't change the oil or put oil in there, the engine's going to blow up, right? See, I mean, these are the exact same things, and people do this every single day, but they won't do it to themselves, right? You're throwing your money and your time and your effort into a liability. A car is a liability unless you get it like an extra special edition kind of car, right? That's going down the tubes. It's always going to depreciate, right? Instead of throwing into yourself, which will appreciate, and you are an asset to yourself. It's just weird. But you start breaking it down like this and thinking like this, you're like, I guess it does make a little bit of sense, right? I mean, come on, guys. It's because of effort. People are lazy. People want instant gratification. It's time to wake up, guys. Like, yeah, you will probably get to the point here in the near future where you probably won't have to work as hard and probably be able to get a great result muscle-wise and lose weight. But still, you're still lazy. You're still lazy. And that starts going to everything else you do. Everything else you do. You start being lazy, whatever else it is. So getting these habits, like it goes across all these different levels of what you're doing in life. So, I mean, change yourself. Don't just worry about a drug changing you. I mean, the drugs will do, especially nowadays, the drugs will do what they need to do. But I mean, change your life for yourself. I mean, that's the biggest thing. And you should be the number one investment and see what's going on. Even for your guys, like when you send in for those checkups, Mike, I should probably send the link for the blood work into those guys in your code. And at that point, like give them like to the $130 for the guys and a little bit less for the girls. I think it's like what, 200.
So the guy I was just talking about just walked in, but he's shy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just walked in. He's all shy. I'm sitting there saying, "Hey, we're talking about you."
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So everything went good on the appointment, though. Otherwise, answer all the questions. Cool.
He's shy.
Don't be shy. It's okay.
Tim, come here.
Come on, Tim.
Come here. Just show him your face.
For the people.
For the people. Come here. Come say hi. Come say hi.
What's up,
John,
Tim? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
Of course, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Nice to meet you, man. I'm glad you went through, and I hope we reached your expectations of what we could do for you as far as the visit and everything coming afterwards.
Well, I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
For sure.
And for everybody out there, Tim will be in Vegas. He's with Chippendales. So just FYI, I'm just kidding. Had to do it to you, buddy.
I was going to say, because, man, that Danazol is going to harden you up for sure.
Yeah. He might HR's calling him in. Wait a minute, I'm a stripper. I get it. No. Here's what I love about that cat. That's 52.
I know.
Looks like 54? Awesome. You're old as crap. And he looks like a pup.
He does look young.
Yeah. It's like, I love this stuff. I was at this appearance yesterday, like I was saying, and I love the questions that they were coming up to me about, and it's all longevity kind of stuff. But you've been living in this longevity and making a person fine tune their physiques and engines at a younger age, which I don't think people realize. That's setting yourself up to win. I say, have fun in your youth. Don't destroy your future.
Right.
It's a hard concept for people. What do you mean have fun in my youth, but don't destroy my future? You can have fun.
Right.
Not too much.
Right.
Without destroying your future. And I think that's what Titan Medical represents.
Absolutely.
You can still have fun. Go to the parties. Go enjoy yourself. look good, but don't do what these other companies may tend to do. Because he's 54. They'll say, you know what, just get on T and do this and let's go. It's like, well, possibly that's something, but that wasn't the first step for
Right.
Titan Medical.
Right.
And so can you go into that? You guys baby step. It's
I mean,
great.
we want to give people the best result with the most minimal amount of medication or therapies, right? And I mean, that's what we want to do. And certain people, everybody's different, so it's not like we're just selling 3 packages across the board. You're going to be in 1, 2, or 3. It's personalized to the person, right? And every situation is different because everybody's different. Their health history can be different. Family health history can be different. What they want to do therapy-wise too. There's a lot of guys or girls out there that don't want to do testosterone right away. They want to try something different beforehand, right? And we just don't want to throw people on testosterone either. We want to make sure like it's going to be a good fit for everybody across the board. And there's certain things that we would do in the beginning for certain people that, hey, listen, let's try this first. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, cool. We have somewhere else to go. Right? Not we're just going to start at the very top of things and this is it. Why? That's like, you got an insect on the wall and instead of, getting it with the fly swatter, you get a gun and try to shoot it. Right? Like that's almost like a nuclear bomb that you don't need. So it's just like, doing the right thing by the patients. That's the other thing. We're not just trying to get over on patients and sell them a whole bunch of medication. The whole thing is doing right by them, personalize the regimens, and getting them to their goal and to what they want to be and having that trust there in that relationship. I've been seeing like some of these different things. I've seen some of these ads lately. It's just been crazy, Mike. Like schedule your 45-minute with your health coach after your blood work. Well, what the hell why are you talking to a health coach about your blood work instead of talking to a medical provider about your blood work and what they're thinking about what they want you to do? That's okay if the health coach is involved, right? And say, listen, we can do, these exercise programs, this diet, but the provider should be going over the blood work with you. The provider should be making the recommendations of what you should do. And you should have that relationship with the provider and be able to ask them the questions that you want to ask. And not be judged or anything else like that, or think that they're just trying to get over on you and just sell you all kinds of supplements or different things. And that's it. Like you want to feel good about who your provider is. You don't want to feel like a number. You want to feel like it, like it's family, and that's what Titan does. We make sure all our patients feel like family. I don't know how many patients, and one was on here that I talked to just recently a lot. So at that point, like, I'll get on the phone. I don't care. I hear a problem going on. I'll get on the phone, or people got questions and they just keep going. I'm the best guy to talk to. So at that point, I'll get on the phone. I'll resolve the issue if that's a problem. Or if you got questions, like I had one guy that's been on this chat and he called up and he's never done anything like this, right? He's taking testosterone 100 milligrams from his urologist. He's not an estrogen blocker. He's seen us on the chat. He wanted to try a growth releasing hormone peptide. So he was calling up and he wanted to get on either hexarelin or testosterone. And he's seen online that hexarelin causes gynecomastia, can raise prolactin levels and all these things. Not true, guys, right? It doesn't even affect those hormones at all. So I'm telling him like, hey, listen, don't worry about this. You can clearly not worry about it because this is not going to mess with those hormones at all. It's not going to mess with your testosterone, not mess with your estrogen, prolactin levels. You're good there. And he's like, well, what's the difference between testosterone and that? And I told him, I said, listen, testosterone is the big bad boy, right? It's a little bit higher. It's going to cost a little bit more, but it's going to do a little bit more. But what I think you should do is go with the hexarelin. And I don't care about the money aspect. I care about your results. You get into this, knowing what it's going to do. Let's try this first, and then we can go up a step. And the guy was like, I really appreciate that because I was just going to buy the testosterone. And I'm talking about, a $275 therapy to a $700 or $650 therapy. So it's a lot more money I could have made on the sale, right? But that wouldn't have been the best bet for him. And even for the blood work, he was worried about his estrogen. Then I go into, hey, listen, you're getting this testosterone for urology, and now you're taking HCG, but you haven't tested your estrogen since then. With testosterone, maybe 100 milligrams, he might not convert into estradiol too much, right? His estrogen might. Depends if he's sensitive or not. But with HCG, you're going to add on to that conversion. And when he's worried about hexarelin doing something like that, the next play was, well, you're not going to start the hexarelin until you run an estradiol test and know what that number is. That way, because I go, we'll send you to the lab. I literally did this yesterday. Send him in the lab. He probably went in this morning. So at that point, I said, listen, after you go in for the lab tonight, you can start your hexarelin, because now we're going to know what those results are going to be before you start. So, so what we're getting past here in this is that, and the point is that if he would have started the hexarelin without doing the estradiol test, and let's say he's converting a lot more from the testosterone and HCG he's doing from the urology, he would have thought in the future the hexarelin was raising estrogen levels. So at that point, we needed to test that beforehand so we could show him, hey, listen, this is where your estrogen was before you started this treatment. Now we can see what it's afterwards and go on from there. So, it's just, it's basically doing right by the patient, monitoring the patient, and really getting the whole story about what they're doing, not just with you. Because there's doctors like, all right, great, you're doing that with them. All right, this is what you're doing with us, and that's it. But some of these things can, they can conflict or not do so well, or might give a totally different perception about what this therapy is doing for them because of something else they're doing and not even know about it because they're never blood tested.
I know. Can you still hear Jeff?
I can't hear Jeff now. I think he's coming in now.
Go for it, Jeffrey. Can you say something?
The low energy at 48. What do you recommend?
First, we do your blood test. That would be it, because I guarantee at 48 years old, unless you're on testosterone replacement therapy, which I don't know that you are, and I'm not going to assume, but that would be my first thing. I would say, listen, if right away, if you haven't been on anything, and you're 40 years old and you're complaining about low energy, this is a blood test right away, because usually that is testosterone. At 48 years old, man, listen, there's a 52-year-old over at Mike's house that has a 750, but has a low free, and that could be causing some of these symptoms too as well, right? Like low energy and stuff like that. That's why we need to do the blood test, see exactly what's going on. Now, if all those numbers are good, right, then we could do like our ECA Stack Plus. That's going to give you great energy, fat burning effects, mental clarity. I mean, there's a lot of different things that we can do for energy. But we want to get to the root of the problem, because we can easily mask this. You can take ECAs every day and have high energy all day, but your body might not be running optimal, and there might be other negative things that are going on or not working properly. That's why you want a blood test, see exactly where everything's at. And at that point, put a game plan together, what you want to do forward. And like I said, we have so many different options. Remember, guys, we're nationwide. So wherever you guys are at, we can service you with all our therapies, blood work, and all these great things we're talking about.
And this is a great lead into this next one, because we both are glutamine fans. Can you talk about Hercules Potion and the EAAs?
Absolutely. Thoughts on glutamine for recovery? Listen, guys, glutamine has been proven. It's great for recovery. It's in every substance that you could take over the counter as far as that goes for recovery, right? Glutamine is an amino acid, right? And glutamine is in Hercules Potion. It's in an injectable form. You're getting almost 100% absorbency in there with 8 other components that are going to do great things for you too as well. So at that point, like, having glutamine is great. Oral glutamine, cool. But at that point, injectable glutamine, that's the highest power you're going to get. Best absorbency, fastest transportation rate. It's in our Hercules Potion. And that's something that you're not going to feel like, oh, wow, I took glutamine. Wow, I feel the glutamine recovery. That's not how you feel. Like, but instant gratification.
Well, I do.
Really?
I know, but I'm really in tune with my body. I mean, okay. I 100%, but it's on the depletion. I know the difference when I'm taking in 20 to 30 grams a day,
sure,
compared to days I miss. I'm like, sure. I am so much fuller, rounder, recovery, more energy, focused. So my recommendation is do it. And this is a great another lead into this next one. Again, another peptides.
Yep. Are you guys fans of GHK? Added to my TB BPC mix, trying it out. I definitely am a big fan. So is Mike of GHKCU. This is great for your hair. This is great for skin, especially remodeling and resurfacing skin. So if you have scars, past acne, like all that good stuff, we're talking about smoothing out your skin. Even if you don't,
get some of this. Get some of that over to Nurse Mike then. He just had the surgery on his waistline, so he might need a lot of GHK.
This is great. Collagen. I'm producing more collagen in the body. I mean, listen, GHK is a great one. And especially with TB and BPC, people forget about, skin as far as that goes and repairing. It's going to be great for that too. So adding that in the mix is definitely a good one. Thumbs up on that for sure.
Go with it, Jeffrey. Let's get a couple more in.
Is there value in taking clomiphene alone for a guy who doesn't want to touch testosterone at the moment, as we still are having kids? Absolutely. There's a lot of big benefit with taking clomiphene by itself. You probably might need to take an aromatase inhibitor with it if the conversion's there. But remember this, guys, because this is a myth, right? And every general practitioner out there, fertility doctor, is probably going to want you to get off testosterone if you're on testosterone. But if you're on testosterone correctly, you never have to get off testosterone. And what do I mean by that? Well, testosterone is going to shut down my natural production, right? And lower my semen production. That's what the doctor said. That's true if you're just taking testosterone. But if you're taking testosterone with the right components and the add back therapy that Type Medical Center does for all its patients, you're going to be good to go. And you're going to be good to go in a couple different ways. And let's talk about it. If you're taking testosterone, you're automatically going to take clomiphene or HCG with a Type Medical Center regimen of testosterone. And that's to make sure your natural production never shuts off, your testicles don't shrink like baby raisins, and your semen production is going to be up. What is that going to do for your fertility chances? It's going to give you more chances. And let me tell you the reason why. Because in fertility, you got to take as many shots at the target as you possibly can. That's where the testosterone comes into play, okay? Now, on the semen production side, that's where clomiphene is going to work the best for you. So at that point, if you're shooting as many times at that target with as big as loads as you possibly can do, then that's going to give you a better chance for fertility and getting your partner pregnant. If you just go off of testosterone, and this happens all the time, then what happens is now you're starting to crash a little bit as far as that goes. You're not going to want to have sex as much. You can probably push yourself into it. And clomiphene is only going to help so much. It is a protocol when you get off testosterone to go on clomiphene or HCG. And that will hopefully stimulate your natural production back onto whatever it was. But the problem is a lot of guys who are on testosterone, now when they go on clomiphene, they're going to go back to their natural levels to a certain extent, and it's going to be down. And that's not going to be optimal for them. Usually those guys don't feel as horny. They're not going to have sex as much, and it lowers their chances of getting their partner pregnant. The other thing I would say is this. If you really want to get your partner pregnant, I would go with FSH injectable, follicle stimulating hormone. We offer it for our patients. A lot more inexpensive than any fertility clinics out there for sure. And that's going to be the best one. I mean, you're turning on your FSH in your brain. You're injecting it onto the body. And at that point, you're giving the best stimulation to your testicles that you can possibly do. Even if you were to get off a program, and let's say you were doing like a PCT, old school PCT with like Nalodex and HCG. Well, Nalodex was great because it blocked just the receptors in the chest, right, of estrogen. So you wouldn't get gynecomastia, but you still get all the negative side effects of estrogen. But instead of HCG, taking FSH, you're going to stimulate your natural production to go back on. Whatever it comes back as is totally up to the body and what's happened in your age and everything. But you will stimulate to that time, and you will produce a lot more semen. So it's a great one. I mean, I don't know how many patients we've got pregnant on fertility protocols here that have been on testosterone and came to us, or they've already been to fertility doctors and stuff like that. And we've got a lot of people pregnant. So, I can name a lot of probably these people know on here, if they're online and they follow fitness, is Dave Palumbo. I helped Dave Palumbo get his kids. So at that point, like, that's one in the industry. You guys can go up to him and ask Dave, hey, Dave, did Titan help you with the fertility protocol? He's going to absolutely. Another thing you could add to your fertility protocol that nobody talks about is glutathione. Glutathione is great for your semen. You can look it up. There's a whole bunch of studies on it. So check it out. I mean, these are things that you should be adding to the fertility. And at that point, give yourself the best chance, to get pregnant.
Go for it. 2 more questions.
Thoughts on lifting in a fasted state or a cut if it doesn't hamper performance much? I mean, I think it would, right? They say activating fat burning, hitting those reserves. On a fasted cut, lifting a fasted cut. I mean, I've done it. I think Mike's done it, right? You've done fasted days in lifting, right, Mike?
I don't promote it, and I only do that because I try to go to the most extreme point. I don't recommend it.
I wouldn't do it, but at that point, I've done it before.
The one thing that I question every time is the individual that says I train like an animal. And I've heard this through decades, and then I come train with them and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're an infant, So it is clear that carbohydrates is the go-to for workouts. You want the glycogen, you need that for the performance. And I understand that you're on a cut. So regardless of your cut, you're still taking in 50 to 100 to 150 grams of carbohydrates, and those will be placed around your workouts, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know this is not fitness related, but Mike, your thoughts on the Raja wrestling incident? Did you see that, Mike?
Yes, sir.
What do you think about it? I have my own thoughts. I mean, I can go first, I guess, if you want me to. But
you go first.
You know, you see some of the backline, what happened before, you know, before them talking, and then him supposedly apologizing. You know, you don't really know unless you were there, I guess. But you know, what he did in the ring, I mean, you know, it's kind of messed up. I ain't gonna lie. Like, all right, you got beef with the guy, you know, okay, cool. You slam him, maybe you hit him one time, but at that point, like really going on, I mean, he could have literally killed that dude for sure. For sure. Like everybody knows, like once they go limp, man, you know, like at that point, you're just destroying somebody like that. And for what? For what? I mean, yeah, was he disrespected? I guess to a certain extent, but you know, I mean, beat him up, cool, knock him out one time, just leave his ass on the ground. You know, I mean, slam his ass, hit him like that, whatever. But you know, for somebody to jump on somebody and just go crazy like that, you know, and I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was the most professional thing, but at that point, you know, that's his career too. So. You know, I see when his dad said afterwards, I kind of seen the whole, you know, incident play out. Like his dad watched it on live stream. So he's sitting there with his, you know, his photographer, videographer, and like, oh man, like it doesn't look too good. So, you know, I hate to see it. I hate to see it in general, right? It just sucks. But things happen, man. And, you know, aggression gets there and people go off the hammer. And I don't know, man. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You just gotta watch your back, I guess, around all the turns.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. Rampage is a friend. I don't know his son. It's hard to watch. But again, like you said, we don't know enough. I don't know what the full story happened prior to that. So I'll stay out of this bad boy.
Yeah.
But you know, you never want to. Even in MMA fights, UFC, it's cool to see a guy knock out somebody,
right?
And just go, I already know I got you, and the guy's going down and he chills. I just like that kind of peaceful warrior. We're gonna play chess. I'm gonna knock your ass out if it happens. Don't worry, you're safe. I got you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's
going past that is always tough for me to watch.
I seen Rampage say, he said, listen, I got a college fund set aside for my Japanese kids, and I got bail money set for Raj. So that was way before this incident ever happened.
He's hilarious.
Listen, man. I mean,
oh
Rampage,
my God.
dude, you know how he is. He's straightforward. He ain't no bullshitter. I mean, at that point, so I mean, listen, I don't think he was the most, you know, happiest or proudest, but he's going to back his kid, and I would do the exact same. So I can't fault him for that either if he does do that. So. You know, hopefully everything works out for Raj. I mean, you know, people make mistakes. So at that point, like we shouldn't judge him on just one mistake.
I hope the other cat's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's recovering in the hospital is what I've seen. I have been following the story a little bit. So I mean, glad the guy's not dead, thank God. Right. And at that point, and hopefully makes a full recovery and he's good. And at that point, hopefully, you know, maybe they both learn a lesson out of whatever happened and they don't do it again on both sides. I mean, that's the best you could hope for.
So, a surprise! I fly out tomorrow to Bucharest.
Woo!
I'm teaming up with the Tates. Is that the proper? What are their both names?
You talking about Andrew?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
So we got Andrew and his brother. We got a huge expo. Sense for Fit Summit is going down in Bucharest, Romania. We will be there on Saturday and Sunday this week. And we fly out again tomorrow night. And the cool thing is we have one of the Titan medical team legends coming up to Titan Medical tomorrow, from what I understand. So I might be able to do another live and we'll talk with you guys again tomorrow.
That'd be cool.
Talk about his training, because we're talking about a legend here in the health and fitness world. Sure. But we'll keep you guys in tune. Stay tuned to this, and then anybody overseas, we're coming on over. And also, while I'm over there, 100% I'm going to Dracula's castle. I got to see where the great grandfather was for Mona. So that is our week, guys. A
Dude,
great week here.
You got to get a shout out for Titan from Andrew. Andrew, you got to, bro. You got to.
Absolute monster of a guy. Both of them great. Yeah, we got
they are in Romania. Yeah, we'll be right by him.
We got Samson, who's the current Mr. Bodybuilding Champion, Mr. Olympia. We got Ulysses, who is a dear friend, long decade friend of true longevity. We have Mike Summers is there, who took second at the Classic. We're going to get some training in. I'll get some training in with Samson out there. We got Dorian Yates out there. We're going to sit down and chat. So we got a lot of big hitters, which is great. And so we're in it. And then if you guys go over to my page later, I think the team's going to have my discussion Q&A with Jake Cutler up later today. We had a nice discussion about true longevity. And that kind of the whole start of this today was about how John started a company to help people, and he's still doing it today. And my belief is it doesn't matter how much money he has or makes. He is truly rich because he loves what he does, and he's here for you guys. And he wouldn't change who he is or what he does, even with more money. And I think that's true peace at life. Same thing for me. I'll never stop training. I love this shit.
It's easy to do what you're passionate about, right? I mean, it's easy. Trust me.
Truly is. Johnny, thanks for hanging out today, man.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so
Show
much.
me those pipes before you go. What's going on here? What's going on? We got 7 weeks. I'll be a little bit tanned up. This Viking gets a little white.
Check this out, Mike. So this one I could activate, right? This is my left shoulder. Fine. This is my right. I can't activate my bicep muscle because of my shoulder. They said, like, I can do the dumbbells. I can do the cables. I'm still doing them, but it's just, I don't know. It's so weird, man. So I'm hitting some more Hercules in there. I'm working with the machine, but
bring that over, would you? Bring that over, because I think this is great for John, for anybody. Proper terminology.
The new X.
The new X.
I got it. I got the house.
You got the new X.
Yep.
So, guys,
I'm gonna look down the arm.
This is incredible. I get a second workout in some days because I just throw this on pads and I'm doing my work and it's stimulating the muscles. This is something great for John to do. It works off the nervous system and gets that body firing. So I think, Johnny, get going on that. You're still shooting Hercules potion into that area, right? To help that area. And that's a great note for anybody out there. Hercules potion. Message Titan Medical and say, hey, you watch the Titan show. You want to learn about bringing up a legging body part and what they can do to help that. How can they stimulate some muscles with Hercules potion so you can fire those muscles better and get a better contraction. Johnny takes care of all this stuff for you, but you got to make the phone call yourself. All right, guys?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Special this week, $50 off all growth hormone, leucine hormone peptides. So testosterone, hexarelin, MK, mastermelin, all that, guys. $50 off. Call or text 727-389-3220, and you can find out more information.
Thanks, Playboy.
Later, brother.